Bible translator breaks in tears. They lied to us for 2,000 years. A seasoned Bible translator's tears reveal a profound revelation, reflecting a journey of faith, hope, and disillusionment over 2 millennia. This moment highlights the emotional and historical significance of Bible translations that have shaped beliefs for billions globally. For 2,000 years, the Bible has been a cornerstone of faith across cultures, translated into numerous languages and revered by millions. However, its core messages may have been altered along the way. This alteration has created a disconnect between the author's original intentions and contemporary interpretations, impacting individual beliefs and collective understandings of spirituality and morality. The translator's emotional response highlights the responsibility of translating sacred texts, where each word holds significance and language nuances can alter meanings. This is especially true for the Bible, a guiding light for many. The translator's tears reflect a realization that their conveyed truths may not align with the author's original messages, challenging long-held beliefs and prompting a re-evaluation of generational teachings. We must acknowledge the Bible's historical journey, from ancient manuscripts to its status as a globally recognized text. It has undergone numerous translations, each reflecting the cultural, linguistic, and theological contexts of its time, leading to variations in meaning. The emotional weight of this moment resonates with anyone grappling with faith and the search for truth. Understanding the Bible involves not just the text, but also its diverse receptions throughout history. The tears of the translator remind us of the ongoing quest for authenticity in interpreting sacred texts, inviting reflection on how our beliefs have been shaped by prior translations and interpretations. This moment encapsulates a profound truth about the intricate nature of faith, highlighting the importance of understanding context and emphasizing the need for continual exploration of the messages that have guided humanity for centuries. The translator's tears serve as a poignant symbol of a painful truth that resonates deeply within the realm of textual interpretation. These tears reflect the emotional weight and the burden of responsibility that translators carry as they endeavor to convey the essence of sacred texts. The translations we hold dear, which we often rely upon for guidance and understanding, may not fully convey the original meanings that were intended by those who first penned these revered texts. This profound revelation raises critical and thought-provoking questions about the very foundations of faith itself. It invites us to consider the implications of translation on our beliefs and practices. The integrity of the sacred texts that have served as guiding lights for believers over the course of many centuries comes into question. Are we truly grasping the messages that were originally intended, or are we merely interpreting them through the lens of our own cultural and temporal contexts? The process of translating the Bible, a task of immense significance, is anything but simple. It is a complex and meticulous journey that traverses not only languages, but also cultures and historical contexts. Each word, phrase, and nuance must be carefully considered as the translator seeks to bridge the gap between the ancient and the modern, the sacred and the everyday. This endeavor requires not only linguistic skill, but also a deep understanding of the theological implications of the text. Moreover, the translator must navigate the challenges posed by idiomatic expressions, cultural references, and historical allusions that may not have direct equivalents in the target language. This intricate dance of translation demands a level of sensitivity and insight that goes beyond mere word-for-word conversion. It involves an exploration of the underlying themes and messages that resonate across time and space, ensuring that the essence of the original text is preserved while making it accessible to contemporary readers. In this light, the act of translation becomes a sacred task, one that requires humility, dedication, and a profound respect for the original authors and their intentions. It is a reminder that faith is not static. It is a living, breathing entity that evolves as we engage with these texts in new and meaningful ways. As we reflect on the implications of translation, we are called to engage in a deeper dialogue with our faith, to question our assumptions, and to seek a more profound understanding of the messages that have shaped our spiritual journeys. This ongoing exploration is essential, as it allows us to connect with the rich tapestry of beliefs and practices that have emerged throughout history, ultimately enriching our own faith experiences. Each word in the text holds significant weight, and phrases can change meaning based on context. This highlights the need for careful consideration in translation. Translators navigate linguistic intricacies, understanding the subtleties of different languages and their expressions. Cultural nuances are crucial, as the backgrounds of both authors and audiences influence interpretation. Additionally, political influences can shape text interpretation, potentially misaligning with original intent. The stakes are high. Translators' word choices can profoundly impact the beliefs and practices of communities, affecting their spiritual lives and moral frameworks, guiding their actions and decisions. Translators encounter various challenges that complicate their work, including linguistic barriers and cultural misunderstandings. These obstacles necessitate a deep understanding of both source and target languages and their respective cultures. The emotional weight of this responsibility is evident in the tears of translators, who strive to convey sacred messages faithfully, despite numerous difficulties. Additionally, they face resistance when translating ancient ideas into modern language, often stemming from a desire to preserve traditional interpretations. Political dynamics further influence the translation process, as historical power struggles affect which translations are prioritized or ignored. Translators must balance fidelity to original texts with contemporary audience expectations. The King James Version emerged from a specific political agenda during King James I's reign, reflecting the political and religious tensions of its time. Decisions in its creation were influenced by prevailing ideologies and power structures, which shaped public understanding and acceptance. The socio-political climate, marked by religious and political tensions, directly impacted the translation process. Thus, the King James Version exemplifies how translations intertwine with the socio-political landscape, affecting both immediate reception and long-term interpretation of sacred texts. The influence of church authority is significant. Historically, religious leaders have held power over Bible interpretation within their communities, dictating theological teachings and shaping individual beliefs. Their decisions impact the moral and ethical frameworks of their followers. A pivotal moment was the Council of Nicaea in the early 4th century, where crucial decisions about biblical texts were made after intense debates among influential church figures. The outcomes shaped Christian doctrine and influenced the beliefs of millions, establishing a foundation for Orthodox Christianity. The King James Version's creation was a complex interplay of ideology, power, and authority, reflecting its historical context. Translations mirror the socio-political dynamics of their time, influencing the interpretation of sacred texts and shaping contemporary beliefs and practices. A key example is the Hebrew term Gehenna, originally a site for waste and sacrifice, which evolved into the modern concept of hell. This shift shows how word meanings can change, leading to interpretations that diverge from their original context, profoundly impacting adherents' beliefs and practices. Understanding the historical and cultural contexts of these texts is essential. The evolution of Gehenna into a symbol of eternal damnation has reshaped views on sin, punishment, and divine justice. The tears of the Bible Translator reveal the complexities of translation, highlighting a loss in conveying the richness of original texts. This raises questions about translation's role in understanding faith and sacred texts. Translation transcends mere word conversion. It embodies belief and the pursuit of truth in a changing world. This shift affects believers' perceptions of sin, punishment, and God. Mistranslations have influenced doctrines and impacted lives throughout history, fostering anxiety about divine standing. This mindset affects personal relationships, community interactions, and self-worth. Similarly, the misunderstanding of the virgin birth is intricately linked to the Hebrew word alma, which translates to young woman. This term, when translated from Hebrew to Greek and subsequently to Latin, has undergone significant alterations that have ultimately distorted its original meaning. Such changes in translation are not merely linguistic. They carry substantial theological implications that extend far beyond the realm of semantics. The way Alma has been interpreted has profoundly shaped beliefs about Jesus Christ, influencing not only religious doctrine, but also broader cultural views on critical topics such as sexuality and purity within the context of Christianity. The ramifications of these interpretations are far-reaching and continue to resonate in contemporary society. They affect how various communities understand and engage with their faith in the modern world, shaping the beliefs and practices of individuals and groups alike. This ongoing influence is significant, as it guides their interactions with one another and with the broader society, ultimately impacting social norms and values. Furthermore, the phrase B'Tselem Elohim, which translates to "in the image of God," carries a powerful and profound message that has, unfortunately, been misinterpreted and misunderstood over the course of time. This phrase is not merely a theological assertion. Rather, it encapsulates a deep philosophical and ethical principle that has far-reaching implications for how we view ourselves and others. It invites reflection on the inherent dignity and worth of every individual, suggesting that each person reflects a divine image. This understanding can foster a sense of respect and compassion among individuals, encouraging a more inclusive and empathetic approach to human relationships. In summary, the complexities surrounding the translation and interpretation of these key terms highlight the importance of careful consideration in theological discourse. The misunderstandings that arise from these translations can lead to significant consequences in how faith is practiced and understood, influencing both personal beliefs and communal interactions. As we navigate these intricate issues, it becomes essential to engage with the original meanings and contexts of such terms to foster a more accurate and respectful understanding of our shared humanity and spirituality. This phrase conveys a deep sense of equality among humanity, suggesting that every individual, regardless of background, ethnicity, or social status, reflects the divine image. This foundational notion implies inherent worth and dignity for all, deserving recognition and respect. The idea that we are created in God's image reminds us of our shared humanity and moral obligation to treat each other with kindness. However, over centuries, this concept has been co-opted by various groups to justify social hierarchies and monarchic rule, distorting its original egalitarian intent and fostering divisions that reinforce oppression and inequality. This manipulation has lasting effects on societal structures and self-worth, marginalizing some groups while elevating others based on arbitrary criteria. Consequently, the original message of B'Tselem Elohim has been obscured, leading to misunderstandings about being created in God's image. This can perpetuate discrimination, as individuals may overlook the inherent dignity in everyone. Contemporary communities must reclaim the original meaning of this phrase to foster a renewed understanding of equality that honors the divine image in all humanity. By doing so, we can dismantle harmful interpretations and strive for a just society where every individual is valued and respected. Rediscovering this phrase challenges beliefs and invites a critical re-evaluation of our relationship with the divine. This process can transform community interactions and perceptions of worth and dignity. Mistranslations have significant consequences, impacting life and belief systems and leading to shifts in Christian doctrine that alter society's moral landscape. Individuals facing these revelations often embark on a tumultuous faith journey, questioning their long-held beliefs. This journey can be enlightening, yet disorienting, as many experience crises of faith upon discovering discrepancies in biblical translations. Such crises can deepen understanding but may also create confusion. As familiar beliefs shift, understanding the cultural and historical context of biblical texts is essential for accurate interpretation, as linguistic nuances can change meanings. Recognizing these subtleties is crucial for a deeper understanding of Scripture, requiring a willingness to re-evaluate interpretations based on ongoing research. This re-evaluation is vital for nurturing a living faith that adapts and grows with new insights over time. Faith is dynamic and requires ongoing engagement with the world. We must foster a culture of inquiry that encourages questions and exploration. Open dialogue about faith and interpretation enriches our understanding of biblical texts, allowing for deeper insights. This exchange of diverse perspectives enhances our collective appreciation of these complexities. Listening to one another opens new ways of thinking, impacting our faith journeys. Resources like books, documentaries, and scholarly articles offer valuable insights for deepening knowledge. These resources guide us, illuminating paths obscured by tradition or misunderstanding, helping us navigate the landscape of faith. As we conclude, let's recap the key revelations. Uncovering these truths can be daunting, but can strengthen our faith. Embracing biblical translation complexities invites deeper engagement with our beliefs and sacred texts. We encourage you to share your thoughts as we explore biblical translation and its implications for faith. Join the conversation to seek truth together, fostering a community that values inquiry and understanding. This creates an environment where questions are welcomed, leading to a more enriched faith experience for all.